The Cold War is often viewed as a bipolar struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union. However, tensions within the communist bloc, especially between China and the USSR, were significant and occasionally erupted into armed conflict. The Damansky incident of 1969 stands as a stark example of how Sino-Soviet relations nearly escalated into full-scale war, threatening global stability. Background: Sino-Soviet split. Ideological rift. By the early 1960s, ideological differences and leadership disputes fractured the previously allied communist powers, creating deep mistrust. Border disputes. Along the vast Sino-Soviet border, multiple territorial disagreements simmered, particularly over islands and river boundaries. Damansky Island, Zhenbao Island located on the Ushuri River, this small island became the flashpoint of conflict. The incident: Clash on Damansky Island. Date: March 2, 1969. Initial skirmish: Chinese and Soviet border patrols clashed over control of Damansky Island. Escalation: what began as small-scale fighting quickly escalated into heavy artillery exchanges and troop deployments. Casualties: the clashes resulted in dozens of deaths on both sides, marking one of the deadliest border conflicts between communist allies. Causes of the conflict. Territorial claims. Both countries claimed sovereignty over Damansky Island, with historical ambiguities fueling tensions. Strategic importance. Control over the Ushuri River region was seen as vital for regional security. Sino-Soviet rivalry. Broader ideological and political rivalry intensified the dispute. Global impact and Cold War context. Alarm in the West. The conflict complicated the global Cold War picture, as two communist powers fought while the U.S. observed cautiously. Soviet military response. The USSR deployed substantial forces to the border, preparing for potential further escalation. Chinese assertiveness. China demonstrated a willingness to challenge Soviet authority, signaling its rise as an independent communist power. Aftermath and resolution. De-escalation. Both sides eventually agreed to reduce tensions, though border disputes persisted for decades. Long-term effects. The incident deepened the Sino-Soviet split, pushing China closer to the U.S. in the 1970s. Border agreements. It wasn't until the 1990s and early 2000s that China and Russia formally settled many border issues. The Damansky incident revealed that the Cold War's communist bloc was far from united. The near war between China and the Soviet Union underscored the fragility of alliances and the complex geopolitics beyond the U.S.-Soviet rivalry. This border clash was a critical moment that reshaped regional dynamics and global Cold War strategy.